It's 1 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Rhys Wicks with 2NURFM Hunter News. Shipbuilders from across the country are gathering in Canberra today to meet with coalition members of Parliament and crossbenchers to talk about the naval shipbuilding industry. The meeting follows a $39 billion announcement by the Prime Minister last week regarding 500 jobs in the shipbuilding industry. Australian Manufacturing Workers Union Assistant National Secretary Glenn Thompson says it is a big win for shipbuilders, but questions still remain.
We're asking the government to give some detail in relation to what the principle that they put forward on a maximum Australian build means for the industry right across the board.
Navacastrians have 4 concept designs to choose from as the public goes about deciding the fate of the heavy rail corridor thanks to urban growth in New South Wales. These designs range from turning the historic site into a green space, which connects the existing city with its harbourfront, to a brand new entertainment precinct. Urban Growth New South Wales Program Director Michael Castle says the public will learn the results of the program later in the year.
Once we receive all the feedback, which will go over the next 6 weeks, we'll be pulling together a report identifying all the things that we hear from the community. We'll be coming back to the community before Christmas with that report and place that on the website and work through that with council, etc.
Meanwhile, Property Council of Australia's New South Wales Regional Director Andrew Fletcher says Newcastle has a real opportunity to build towards its future.
We've seen firsthand how old railway lands and old railway corridors can be turned into amazing linear parks that connect communities and attract sustainable density and development. And we need to do that because we've got a very fast-growing population with a lot of growth coming our way, so we need to accommodate for that growth both in terms of housing and employment opportunities, and part of that is making the city centre a real destination.
A staff recommendation was overruled by Lake Macquarie councillors at Monday night's committee meeting. The overruling comes as a result of staff recommendation to refuse a proposal to demolish a weatherboard house on Carrington Road in West Wallsend and construct a brick building. Labor councillor Brian Adamthwaite says consistency is of concern and the broader issue of heritage needs to be also addressed in West Wallsend.
There were some inconsistencies in terms of the way in which it was dealt with. Heritage is really important, and preserving what we have is a crucial aspect of council. But in this case, there was no problem with demolishing the building. So really it was more a case of infill of a situation rather than preserving what was there.
Tea Gardens residents are keen to see the next stage of dredging the Mile River commence. Council, state and federal government funding will see a dredge come down from Queensland next week, remove more than 80,000 tonnes of sand from the river's entrance, with land-based excavations already removing 34,000 tonnes. Gordon Granger from the Mile River Action Group says the river is important to the region's economy and lifestyle.
It's only over the last few weeks that the cleaning, if I can put it that way, of the river has begun. And the people who are now noticing, and not the visitors because they're probably expected, but the old-timers, the residents are all now saying, goodness gracious, we're starting to get back to where we were 20, 30 years ago.
New South Wales Premier Mark Baird has honoured a University of Newcastle academic for his contributions to cancer research. Professor John Forbes has been researching breast cancer for more than 40 years, notably analysing the effectiveness of clinical drug trials. The Outstanding Cancer Researcher of the Year award, now in its 10th year, also comes with a $50,000 grant to assist Professor Forbes in his research endeavours. In finance, the All Ords is down 32 points at 54.72, and $1 Australian dollar is buying 73.34 US cents.
Sport for our sponsor, Warners Bay Sports Club, Fishing Expo, September 13.
The Newcastle Knights will have to play catch-up in their remaining 4 games to avoid their first wooden spoon since 2005. The Tigers' victory last night left the red and blue alone at the bottom of the ladder, 2 points behind the rest of the pack. Forward Clint Newton says they need to bring it home for their fans.
To dish up some footy there that didn't show a whole lot to the supporters that made the effort to come, it's unacceptable. It has been unacceptable all year. There's nothing else you can say besides that we've got to do better, and we'll certainly try and do better.
Newcastle Jets winger David Carney is keen to prove himself in tonight's round of 32 clash against Perth Glory at Magic Park. The 31-year-old is off contract and knows a poor campaign could mean the end of his A-League career. And in racing, Newcastle Greyhound Club Chief Executive Dave Kiernan is backing the report regarding the care and training of dogs, saying the industry must embrace change to survive. 2 on your FM news time is 1:05.